80 years ago, the citizens of Starkville and the students at Mississippi A&M were excited. Main Street had just built a brand new theater, State Theater, now the historic State Theater, and those students and citizens are just as excited now. The Dogghouse has just opened on Main Street, called the Mississippi River. It's where Louisiana and Mississippi meet. In a clash of culture and cuisine, it's a menu that has something for just about everyone. I'm Bob Carskadden, this is Bully, and this is Our Plate. Owners Danielle and Stephen Bourne opened the original Dogghouse in Ruston, Louisiana years ago, but recently their minds have been wandering to Starkville. So, when the State Theater building opened up, they jumped on it. Now, Dogghouse 2 is Starkville's newest restaurant, a gastropub with food they believe is better than your average bar and cheaper than fine dining options. They've got many of the usual pub dishes to be sure, but these ain't your daddy's burgers, and you certainly won't find poutine fries anywhere else downtown. With a farm-to-table menu, the Dogghouse is fresh, unique, and yes, tasty. But don't take my word for it.
I love this food, man. It's great.
Yeah?
I tell you what, I had that Lone Star burger. Man, that thing is good.
You had the triple dipper, I see that. Which of the three dips of the triple, I'm guessing by your indentions, spinach and artichoke, is that the best one?
I would say. The queso's pretty good too.
I'm a big fan of the queso. What are these that I'm not eating? These onion strings, onion peels?
The onion rings are the best thing I've ever had. Onion rings fried.
The best thing you've ever had, or best onion rings you've ever had?
Best onion rings for sure.
If you could, sir, show me your face when you first got to try your meal tonight. Oh, you sniffed it and licked it. That's kind of what I would have expected. We are in the dining room with the man in black, the manna from Louisiana, the executive chef of Dogghouse. This is Dylan Polk. Dylan, I'm excited to talk to you. You have a very unique combination of things here and stuff in the South that we love. You come from Louisiana and you're here in Mississippi. You have a very southern edge to your food. How do you go about blending though the Louisiana, that French culture? You told me you worked in a kitchen where you spoke nothing but French.
Yeah, that definitely has happened. The big thing for us up here is finding combinations of food that I know people are going to want to eat here, but at the same time finding comfort food from back home and trying to, not necessarily bring a little bit of culture, but just immerse Mississippi in what I've learned and what we're bringing also with the Dogghouse from our original location in Ruston, Louisiana.
Solid. All right, so we know about the French Louisiana influence, but if you could describe the food, describe the menu. Obviously, you wrote it. What type of food do you get in the Dogghouse?
I'm very confident in our burgers, and I think the Starkville area will be too once they try us. We've already got the approval of Coach Dan Mullins, so it's once
there you go. That's the big guy.
Once that happens, I think everything else is going to fall into place. The big catch for us is I really don't think as many people in Starkville know about us, just because we're still brand new. We had our grand opening this past week, and every day it's getting a little bit busier and a little bit busier, and we're excited about it.
What are we making today? What's the dish?
I got in some fresh redfish this morning. We're going to do a blackened redfish po' boy on a New Orleans style Gambino's po' boy bread, and we're going to do a side of our house cut fries with a white truffle oil that I get in from France, and we're going to serve it with a side of herb d'aioli.
Let's go make it. Let's do it. All right, Dylan. This caught today, or not caught today, but delivered today.
Yes, sir.
It is fresh out of the ocean.
Yes, sir.
I like it. Hey, let's do it.
All right, good deal. So first thing, whenever we do any kind of blackening, your pan's got to be scalding hot. We get melted down butter, get it in our pan. We're going to get our piece of redfish, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to dip it into our house-made blackening seasoning. We're going to make sure we got butter in the middle of the pan, and we are going to set it down in there. We're starting to hear a little bit of sizzle, so we're going to let that go for a second. We're going to start to see a little white lining. You can start to see it now that it's starting to develop. As you go and the fish gets further along cooked, that line will develop and it'll start to creep up the fish, and that'll let you know when it's time to flip. So the fish will do the work for you.
Which is nice, less work for you.
It really is. Except when you're in the middle of, except when you're in the middle of a busy rush.
Yeah, and you're trying to pay attention, yeah.
So right now we can pick this fish up and we can see how it's perfectly white in the center where we had it open. So we're going to take that plate and we're just going to set it to the side for just a second. We'll turn our burner off, move to the side.
Probably a good idea.
Okay, then our next step right here, we're going to get our spicy tartar sauce. gentlemen, that's blackened redfish po' boy with a side of house-cut truffle fries and herb aioli.
It looks nice the way you put it together, but I gotta try it out. Everything I thought it would be, and then some.
Awesome, appreciate it.
I would recommend it to anyone. Hey, thank you very much. I enjoyed it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. I'm Dylan Polk. This is the Dogghouse, and this is our plate.